This is a Hot Pie Media original.
I'm reluctant to go here because Cowboys face painters are going to get over their skis. They're already over your skis. Jerry Jones is making space for the Lombardi Trophy. This one, Jerry's already thinking is, this one he can put his name on it because this trophy, this Lombardi Trophy, he's already making space for. He started making space last night about 9 o'clock. He's making space for that Lombardi Trophy because this one is not doesn't have Jimmy Johnson's handprints all over it. So, I'm reluctant to say anything. But I will tell you this because it's hopeless. You're like Texas fans. When it's good, you think you're the greatest ever, and you'll be wrong. When it's not so good, you think you're the worst ever, and you want to fire everyone. There's no moderation with Cowboys fans. There's not much moderation with any fans, but particularly Dallas fans. And I'm not sure there's going to be much moderation for Jerry Jones. I mean, that guy needs to take some Quaaludes this week because he'll need to tone it down because he is feeling really good about things. He is so desperate to get that signature trophy without Jimmy Johnson. His face it cracked on TV last night. Did you see that in the owner's box? It just started to shatter. But not to nerd out too much on football, you Cowboys face painters, you're good on defense. That's everything that matters. Everything that matters. Always defense first. You're good on defense. You're healthy. And your quarterback might have a hot hand, but you don't know yet. You have those first two things, and you got a chance for a run. Notice how I didn't say you're getting a trophy because you're already out of control and think, again, you're over your skis. But the mix is good. It's the right mix. You don't want to have the mix of you're super great on offense. They've been that. A lot of teams have been that. It doesn't win. Good on defense. You're healthy. And you're hot at the right time. There. You got a chance. So, face painters, enjoy yourself. Then I'm watching last night, and I can't tell if Dallas is that good or Washington is that bad. And being the football nerd that I am, I'm stuck on how bad Washington is. So bad that the league, who defends owners at any cost, if anything needs to happen to the NFL to make the NFL a more interesting storyline, it's for Washington to not suck. And they suck. They're a mess. And they're a mess like most teams that are constantly a mess because of bad ownership. Their owner's a buffoon. He's maybe a good business person in other areas. I think that's debatable, but a buffoon at running a franchise. There's no reason to be that terrible that long, but notice how it keeps happening to franchises. So the loss, the 56-14 loss. This isn't high school football. In the NFL, 56 is a shockingly bad number. It's hard to do. It doesn't happen often in the NFL. It's their 21st non-winning record in the last 29 seasons. I mean, that is a mess of a franchise. I can't, I know Cowboys face painters want to be stuck on this idea. Shut up, Ward. We're the best. We're getting the trophy. We're the greatest. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm stuck on how bad the Redskins are. Damn it. I did it. Washington FC. I cannot believe again. I'm watching last night thinking that's hard to do in professional football, to be that terrible and to make as much money as they do that long. It's eye-opening. I know. Everybody wants to talk about the fight happened on the sideline. That's not that big. Trust me. I've seen far worse. I've seen fights in the locker room where guys are hitting each other with helmets and we were winning. Okay? Fighting is whatever. But so here it goes last night. Shockingly, it wasn't even that big of a deal with the broadcast team.
Washington bench with Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, two defensive linemen. College teammates as well. Whoa. Well, Allen in particular was very vocal about their performance last week when they were really shredded.
Yeah. When you suck, it happens. When you really, really suck and you really, really are trying and you still suck and you're that bad that long, yeah, I don't blame them. And then, I mean, again, sorry, Cowboys fans. I don't mean to get away from your space for your trophy, which you're just already making space for. The other play, it's 49, I think at the time it's 49-7. And remember not long ago, people that are Texas fans can follow this. There was that shocking play. See, this is what I do. I don't like to watch the ball in an NFL game. I watch everything else. I didn't see a great offensive play. I didn't see a great pass. I didn't see a great run. I saw some of the worst defense you'll ever watch. I thought I was watching a bad Texas game or a bad high school game. There's an entire science today of people trying to figure out on one play how many missed tackles on one play.
I'm going to take a shot at how many people missed him on this play. Let's do it loosely. Okay, the guy who covers him, that's one. There's two, there's three, there's four, there's five. Then coming up on, there's six, there's seven.
There's eight, nine.
A couple of guys might have missed
10,
him
11,
twice.
12, 13. I counted 14 missed tackles on one play. So that means if somebody were to break it down, on one play, I'm thinking one or two dudes missed 3 times. Oh, the Cowboys are the greatest, Jeff. Are you sure about that? Or that other team sucks that bad? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to pour water on it. I think you've got a good mix. I think you're in a good spot. I don't know if you're built for Lambeau Field in January. I don't know yet. I'm not trying to completely water down your Lombardi Trophy presentation today, but I am stuck and fixated on an amazingly bad team and one of the worst plays that I've seen in a long time. I know they're tired. I know they're beaten down. I know that team is, but those guys get paychecks and they play for paychecks. They're not playing for fun. They're not playing to be your pal, or they're not playing to run through a wall for someone. They're playing for paychecks. And in the NFL, to have a one play, 14 whiffs, and it wasn't like it was Jerry Rice out there running around either. I mean, it was some backup guy for Dallas. It looked like something out of a playground.
I'm going to take a shot at how many people missed him on this play. Let's do it loosely. Okay, the guy who covers him, that's one. There's two, there's three, there's four, there's five. Then coming up on
6, 7, 8, 9.
There's 8.
No.
A couple of guys might have missed
10,
him
11,
twice.
12, 13. That's
10 got him.
13 and a half. One guy who missed 3
good.
times
Who
made
missed
the
him?
tackle. John McClellan is the co-founder and creator of ATX Hot Sauce, now in all 50 states and several retail outlets as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to let this social media rock star chef walk us through 4 different sauces, and then I'll taste and we'll tell everyone why they should buy. You can give the science behind these, and then I'll make the simple recommendation. Go to atxhotsauce.com. All right,
I don't think anybody's heard the website.
Yeah, I know.
About you, Jeff,
I've never
but it is
heard that.
atxhotsauce.com.
I'll say
I got that one right.
345 times, atxhotsauce.com. So let's do it.
I brought 4 flavors here, and we're going to test your palate today.
Okay.
And I only brought 4 because I didn't think you could handle 5 or 6.
Yes,
Probably
fair
a smart
enough.
move. Yeah. And so the first one we're going to try here, it's called Beet Heat. And just like the name implies, it has beets in it. It's made with red Fresno peppers. Red Fresnos are red peppers that are they're hotter than a jalapeno and a little bit less than a serrano. So not super hot here, just a lot of good, really good flavor. So we're going to start with this one, and then we're going to move up the chain.
Okay. I've had the beet heat, but okay.
Yeah, we're going to try it though.
It goes well with a cab. All right, Jeff's savoring beet
I'll
heat.
even do it with you, so that should be all right. Now remember, it is hot sauce.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's hot sauce. Trust me, man.
Wait,
It's hot sauce.
is that one hot to you?
No. A little.
Yeah. The great thing with the fermentation process is you get a bunch of the flavor right up front.
Yeah.
And then the heat comes, but then it dissipates pretty quickly, especially with the red Fresnos. This is not a very spicy one, but it is a very tasty one. Goes on great on sandwiches.
Beet heat.
Beet heat. BEET. Heat.
All right. Go to atxhotsauce.com.
That's right.
I laughed out loud. The qualification is this. Aaron Rodgers, Cowboys fans, look out because he's going to beat you. Sorry. Aaron Rodgers, no one is playing their position. I'm not going to say no one. No quarterback is playing better right now than Aaron Rodgers. He might be the MVP again. That said, he is a very easy guy. I find him a very easy guy to dislike. He's very much a diva. His hipster thing makes me laugh. It looks like he's, he works in some tech startup in East Austin. He's hanging out at a coffee shop wearing a Star Wars t-shirt. That's what he reminds me of, riding a scooter. It's like you look around at Austin, it's 600,000 Aaron Rodgers lookalikes, the hipsters. Ooh, look at me today. I don't shave. I don't bathe. Isn't this cool? I'm edgy. Ooh, look at me. I'm wearing Star Wars t-shirts. I'm nerdy. That and this whole lying about COVID. He's just an easy guy because he's such a diva. He's an easy guy to dislike publicly, but that doesn't matter. What matters is, in that business, do you deliver? And there's nobody better at his position right now. I mean, he's that good. He's that good. But that's not really what I want to bring up. What makes me laugh, go ahead and say, Jeff, where are your feelings? Where's your love? I don't understand. You know what bothers me? People who interview people and love them. Touch them, hug them. It bothers me. I'd like to think you're somewhat objective. I know it's just football and all, but I still, the strategist in me, the calculated strategist in me would like to think you're not pals. I'm sorry. I don't want you to be pals. I don't want interviewers to be pals with interviewees. In fact, I want it to be kind of a miserable experience. So either way, yesterday I watched the game because I think it has this fascinating setup. I think the way Aaron Rodgers is playing, even with his hipster look, it's must watch. They beat Cleveland, and I believe he broke Brett Favre's touchdown record in Green Bay. Now, remember the backdrop. First of all, again, this is really about the interview. It's not about him. But I do find it kind of entertaining. He's the guy who went all diva on them and said, I don't want to play here anymore. Woe is me. He lied about COVID. This goes to show you, as I try to tell people all the time, all that matters, as much of a pain in the ass as he may be, whether or not you've committed crime, all they care about in that business, and all they should care about in that business, frankly, is do you deliver? But I find it kind of funny that here's a guy who pretends, again, he's got this sort of hipster thing going on. He pretends to have all these feelings for the organization and the town, of which he said he wanted to leave not long ago. He held them hostage. But he said the right things. He did the right things. And that's not what I'm talking about. The interview happens on the field. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers, who breaks this record, Aaron Rodgers, who's just flat out on fire right now. I mean, the guy cannot throw it any better. He is mastering the game. Nobody's playing the position better. And they are primed to have home field advantage throughout. It's an impressive run again for Green Bay, and he breaks Brett Favre's record, which is a big deal. And he says all the right things. So there on the field is the socially distanced interview to take place on the field by Fox reporter Aaron Andrews. What made people blow up, which is funny, which will tell you how different I am than most people, what made people blow up is in this socially distanced interview, which is kind of funny because he's had COVID. But whatever. She socially distances. It's awkward to even watch. And then she hugs him. Most people are fired up about the fact that they hugged each other about social distancing. I'm furious that you hugged the guy you're interviewing. What is that? What kind of look is that? Who does that? Why would you hug each other? You're interviewing him. I'm bothered by them hugging. Not sexually bothered by them hugging. Because he acts like he's an asexual hipster. You know, the ones in East Austin all sit around and have coffee and nobody has sex with each other or dates. And they game together and they talk about Pokemon. That's what he wants to be. But the fact that the interviewer hugs the interviewee is really lame, with or without social distancing.
There with you and Myles Garrett, did you tell him he deserves coal in his stocking for stepping on your toe? How is the toe?
This was the first week that the toe felt really good, so I was disappointed to get stepped on. It just kind of set it right back to where I was a few weeks ago. But look, I mean that's the way it goes. Wasn't on purpose. It's frustrating, but we got the win.
And you got the record. Congratulations right now. You break the record for most touchdown passes in team history. I told you this week. I loved listening to your press conferences, how grateful you were for your teammates, your coaches. What does it mean to you now that you have it?
It's a lot of touchdowns. And like I said this week,
Giggle.
It's a lot of moments in those touchdowns. And it's almost apropos that I threw the record breaker on double stick, which is a base concept in the West Coast offense I learned 17 years ago. And that's just full circle. I'm very fortunate to have played with the guys I've played with, to be coached by the men I was coached by over the years. And I have just so much respect and gratitude for this game. Appreciate Brett with the shout out. I got to sit behind a legend for 3 years and see what greatness looked like firsthand. And that's an experience that changed my life forever. And I'm so fortunate to be able to play here in this stadium
cool.
with these fans and on this great organization for the last 17 years. This is it's a longevity record, but it's one I'm really proud of.
They're chanting MVP. This is a pretty cool moment. What does this mean?
This is what it's all about. I mean, it's Christmas night in Lambeau. Like I said last week, where would you rather be? It's a special place, and I'm eternally blessed, and I don't lose sight of that. I think that's the most important thing as you get older, having that perspective of living a life, counting your blessings, not the things that you don't have. And I have a lot of blessings here in Green Bay, and I'm really thankful to be here, and wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Final question, can I ask you? Brett said it on the Jumbotron, and for those of you at home that may have missed it, congrats on breaking his record. Now go out and win a Super Bowl. What do you have to say about that?
Well, that's the goal, for sure. I mean, this was an important one, team fighting for their playoff lives. We got a little conservative in the fourth quarter, but we got a first down when it counted, and obviously Rasul and the defense has been so incredible. I mean, talk about an all-time pickup midseason. Rasul Douglas has changed our defense, changed our team, and I'm proud of our guys. It's not pretty, but it's a win, and we're 12-3 and still in control of everything we need to control right now.
And you got the record. Merry Christmas.
Same.
Let's hug. Hugging. But Jeff, I don't care about that. I don't care. Interviewers, what kind of world do you live in when you want them to be like, feel like they're going to go they're going to go to Applebee's in Green Bay in a little bit and get a flaming Dr. Pepper? It's just, he said all the right things. I can't rip the guy for the things that he said. He said the right things. There's no reason to start that fire again. But everything he just said is opposite of what he was trying to do not long ago. He hated that place. He held the organization hostage. He desperately wanted out, and he's going to end up leaving. Okay? He is. But I don't fault the guy for the things he said. I do fault whatever kind of interviewer you are. You end up standing 12 feet away from each other for the interview and then ending up hugging. That's not his fault. That's her fault. That's just lame to me. What do you want him to do, Jeff? I want him to say good luck and walk away, like pros.
From the Hot Pie Media Studios in Austin, Texas, it's the Jeff Ward Show. Listen at jeffwardshow.com.